faces, Lord, they hate to hear your message. Though I'm geared with your protection, your armor that I've been blessed with, no stressing. When I'm trying to teach them all your lessons, they looking at me crazy like I got a weird perspective. Smeared faces, Lord, they hate to hear your message. Though I'm geared with your protection, your armor that I've been blessed with, no stressing. When I'm trying to teach them all your lessons, they looking at me crazy like I got a weird perspective.
Yo, what's going on, YouTube? Thanks for checking out my channel. This is the Weird Perspective off-season series. My name is Derry. And before we get into today's video, I just want y'all to know I appreciate all the support that you guys have been giving me. The channel is growing. But listen, we are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. By December 31st, I would love to hit that number. I would love to be at 1,000 subs. But I need you guys' help. So subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, share the video with your friends, man. Even get into the comments, engage. I love to read you guys' comments and get you guys' feedback. It's much appreciated. So help me hit my goal, all right? Before the new year, before 2025, I need to be at 1,000 subscriptions. We got a long way to go. We're only about 10% there. So do me a solid, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Now, today's video, man, I got somebody who is a friend of the channel. This is a brother who I have a great deal of respect for. He is a brother in Christ. He is a friend of mine. We serve together. He is a mentor to a ton of students. He is a husband. He is a first-time father. He is an amazing basketball player and trainer. Check him out if you haven't. If you need to get your game right, he'll help you. He is, some call him the best rapper on the West Side currently. All right, welcome back to the channel, Mr. Antione Brewer. What up, big dog?
What's the word, man? It's an honor and a privilege to be gracing the space again.
Appreciate you, man, coming back to the channel. But this time, man, you bringing some fire music with you, and we're gonna get into that in a minute. But before we do that, why don't you let the people know who might not know about you, who you are, where you from, and why you do what you do?
Yeah, my name Antione Brewer, as he said. I'm from the west side of Chicago, and on my day-to-day, what I do is I work with youth, teaching them about the gospel of Christ, using basketball and music as a way to build relationships and bridge the gap between students who deal with a whole bunch of trauma and trying to figure out a way to navigate this thing we call life.
That's dope, bro. That's dope. How long you been doing that?
Probably since I was a youth, but in terms of like getting paid for it, probably like since 2017.
Okay. How long you been doing music?
I've been doing music since about 2013, 2012. About 2012, 2013. But like professional recording, probably since about 2017.
Okay, 2017. What made you want to get into the music?
As a youth, listening to music was one of the ways that I was able to cope with my day-to-day life. And then as I became a mentor, I realized how influential music was on music I worked with. So instead of sitting on the sidelines and being a coward and a critic, I decided to be an agent of change and try and create and cultivate the music that I felt the youth that I worked with should hear. So I listen to a lot of music. Long as it's good music, I listen to it. It don't matter if it's gospel, hip hop, rock, pop, whatever it is. As long as it's good music, I listen to it. And so yeah, I just started making music to try and sort of kind of like go to war with the youth, so I can hopefully have that huge influence that negative music have on them. Try and put some positive into their life.
Yeah, man, you doing some good things, man. I've been rocking with you since I found out about you. Got to know you a little bit over the last couple years, and so man, how many albums you got out now?
About three. Well, technically, this the second album, but I got about 3 projects out and a whole heap of singles. So
yeah, some mixtapes too in there, right? Would you consider them mixtapes,
Nah.
or would you just call them?
Nah, I haven't really made a mixtape yet. Everything that I do now is pretty much with a purpose. So it's not really a mixtape. It's all organized and.
Okay. As an artist, who's your favorite? Who you got a favorite artist?
My favorite artist right now would probably be Chance the Rapper.
Chance the Rapper?
Yeah.
Okay, why Chance?
Cause he don't sound like a lot of people, and his music is good music, and he can appeal to a broader audience. So
yeah, he just went away. He was away for a minute. He just dropped a new single. I heard a couple people talking about it. I ain't really get a chance to dive into it yet, but look forward to it, to listening to it. So Chance the Rapper, another Chicago artist. Man, so what's special about this new project?
It's really a call to church people.
Okay.
And not only church people, but judgmental people, right, in general.
Yeah.
And the interesting part, the interesting part is that you can find a lot of judgmental people inside of the church and outside of the church. The ones who are outside of the church, the excuse is that because there's so many judgmental people in the church, they don't go to the church. And so the people that's inside of the church, yeah, they judgmental too. So.
Would you consider yourself a Christian artist?
Nah. I'm a Christian that makes music, but at the end of the day, like, that ain't for me to really decide. Like, for the most part, when you make art and you put it out there, it's for people to critique it and do whatever they want with it. And so, they try and put you in a box, but whatever suits them, it's cool with me.
Yeah, I think the way that you put out music and the way that you promote yourself is unique in the sense that, like, you 100% independent. You put your music out by yourself, on your own timeline. Are you pursuing like a major record deal, or are you just doing this just on your own and however it come is however it come?
The goal is to continue to make music as long as it's spirit led. I don't have no real aspirations of like trying to be the biggest rapper in the world or make the craziest songs. However, when I do create music, I try and do it intentionally to one, start a conversation, and two, to make people curious about who I am and why I do what I do, and hopefully I can introduce people to the gospel through the music that I do. So I'm not really chasing a label or anything like that, but if an opportunity presents itself, if it makes sense, yeah.
Okay.
So.
All right. Well, man, we're going to dive into this album. Like I told y'all, this is going to be a different type of video. We're going to listen to some music, and we're going to break down the songs. Well, I'm going to allow AB to break down his music and just talk about the joint. So what's this first joint we're going to get into?
God Got a Plan.
Okay. What's God Got a Plan about?
I prefer you to just listen to it and then I explain it.
All right, bet. So here it is. Track 1, God's Got a Plan.
God got a plan for me. I know God got a plan for me. God got a plan for me. I understand. Lift up these mortal hands. Pray. I will sing his praises. I know he's the greatest.
Yeah.
He gave us this power. Now this moment's ours. 'Cause God got a plan for me. Yes, he does. I know God got a plan.
Look, I'm just a man with a mic in my hand, willing to sacrifice it all if it's part of the plan. Can you stand for a man who was born in a sin? I'm just a man with a mic in my hand, willing to sacrifice it all if it's a part of your plan. Can you stand for a man who was born in a sin? who was born in the sin. I've been fighting with my flesh, I'm losing confidence. But I won't give up now, cause hell might be my consequence. I know what I'm supposed to do, sometimes I do the opposite. Can't boast about my accomplishments, won't boast about my accomplishments. And I'm just trying to see it through. See that reaper around the corner playing pickable. They be trying to pick and choose, I be staying out the news. In my own lane, I'm a rookie making different moves. Youngin' but I'm wise, got them shifting views. When I'm in the room, tell them stand up, I'm the one they playing for. I can hear them talking, yeah, but they not really saying much. Yeah, they not really saying much. Got the heart of a lion, that's how I know I'm chosen. If I'm lacking in spirit, I pray the Lord expose it. Change hurt when it happens, that's how I know I'm growing. I pray he show me the way, I feel like I'm Moses. I'm just a man with a mic in my hand, willing to sacrifice it all if it's part of your plan. Can you stand for a man who was born in a sin? Who was born in a sin? I'm just a man with a mic in my hand, willing to sacrifice it all if it's part of your plans. Can you stand for a man who was born in a sin? Who was born in a sin?
Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I die before I wake, I pray the Lord my soul to take. Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I die before I wake,
bring it back.
Pray the Lord
Hear me
my
out.
soul
Look,
to take.
And I don't mean no disrespect when I got questions. I know you died for me and resurrected, so in reverence of your presence I'm reflecting. Your light shine through the window of my soul, so I cling to it. Made a rhythm of the wind be my theme music. When my heart get filled with sorrow, let me cling to you. At my best, I'm still a mess, I know that seem foolish. On this rock, you built your church. On this mic, I put in work. On that cross, you put me first. On this verse, I lift your name through my pain. So I sing to you. Let me sing to you.
Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I die before I wake, I pray the Lord my soul to take. Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I die before I wake, pray the Lord my soul to take.
All right, man. God has a plan for me, bro. Explain what's behind that song.
Yeah, so actually this was one of the hardest songs on the album. Probably took me about 3 months to finish writing this song.
Wow.
So the first verse, it took me about a month and a half to write. The hook actually came to me. I think I was asleep. Now I had woke up because I couldn't sleep, and I had came up with the hook and the bridge and all that stuff. But the second verse, it took probably like another month and a half to finish that. But the whole purpose of that song and the reason I put it first was because it was kind of like me speaking to myself, right? Speaking to myself, reminding myself why I do what I do, and in the process of me doing what I do, people not gonna understand it, but always remember why you doing what you're doing, and at the end of the day, it's between you and God anyway. So whatever you got to say, you just say it to Him, and say it in such a way where you understand that like He listening, like He listening to you, and along the way you gonna understand what the whole plan was. As long as you're experiencing the journey for what it is and not chasing something outside of it. So each time I went to the studio to record it, I just basically was in there vibing, trying to figure out, okay, how can I say this? This has been said a lot, but it ain't been said in this way, in terms of the bridge. So who should I add on this? So I ended up having my sister Tashana sing the bridge to it, and I'm like, okay, sound like a hit to me. Let's go. And we was on to the next one.
That's dope, bro. That's dope. Introduce this next song.
What is it?
Businessman.
All right, so I can actually explain it, Businessman. So the whole point of Businessman, I'm kind of jumping from talking to church people to talking to non-church goers, and trying to really dissect the idea about money in the church and outside of the church, and the false perceptions that people have on people that are in the church who make money, right? When it comes to like famous people or celebrities or pastors who are in mega churches and different stuff like that. So what I'm doing is I'm talking in such a way where I'm trying to get the listeners on both ends, like the people who are outside of the church. I'm trying to get them to feel like I'm on their side, and then I'm flipping it. And then I'm trying to get the church people to feel like I'm on their side, then I'm flipping it. And the whole point of doing that is to let them know, like, as the album say, a letter to the saints. And when I say a letter to the saints, what I'm talking about, the people who think they got it all figured out. And at the end of the day, we all just, we don't know what we don't know, in a sense. So I'm just trying to, dissect that the best way that I know how. And I'm speaking from experience in here. And then I'm also speaking from the perspective of other people, right? Saying things that people would think but don't say. Or saying things that people will say only when they mad. But I'm saying it freely here, and I try to put it in the form of a song so people could really sit and think about it. So.
All right. Well, let's get into it. This is Businessman.
Businessman.
Business.
Yeah. Hey, Zoe. They gon' cancel me for this one. It's cool, I signed up for it, yeah. Don't need no metaphors and similes, cause I'm just speaking facts. Ain't no smut up on my name, ain't no cap up in my rap. In my hood, I'm always good, put my city on my back. Know some people swear they with me, but they talk behind my back. They call me the businessman, I count Benjamins. Cut the cost and flip the profit, live off all the dividends. That's how money make the money, don't forget the 10%. Don't forget to file your taxes, you can't run from Uncle Sam. Yeah, they know I'm the businessman, I'm about Benjamins. Hold the cap and cut the check, I'm not for all the sentiments. If it ain't about the moolah, you can cut your sentences. Just because I count the money, that don't make me hypocrite. Yeah, I was about to spaz out, had to call a timeout. They like, who is that? Don't worry, you about to find out. Box they tried to put me in, I done blew the roof off. I was being nice at first, but they done took it too far. They be quick to counsel you for anything they too soft. Speak against the world and make a profit, you a hypocrite. Members giving money every Sunday, don't know where it's spent. Sorry, I'm just yapping, blame the Lord, he gave me the lips. Pastors making millions off the gospel, they so devilish. Sinners preaching sermons to the masses, tell me what is this? Prophet preaching, pastors robbing members, I'm so sick of this. Something about the money that can make a saint fall in the sin. Yeah, they call me the businessman, I count Benjamins. Cut the cost and flip the profit, live off all the dividends. That's how money make the money, don't forget the 10%. Don't forget to file your taxes, you can't run from Uncle Sam. Yeah, they know I'm the businessman, I'm about Benjamins. Hold the cap and cut the check, I'm not for all the sentiments. If it ain't about the moolah, you can cut your sentences. Just because I count the money, that don't make me hypocrite. Don't need no metaphors and similes, cause I'm just speaking facts. Ain't no smut up on my name, ain't no cap inside my rap. In my hood, I'm always good, got the city on my back. Know some people swear they with me, but talk smack behind my back. Gotta clear my mind up before I lose it. Clock stop, I'm out of time, man, I had to do this. I was trying to stay calm and they wouldn't let me. Told them that I'm not the one, but they still came at me. Now I can hear them yapping, I'm still standing on business. I'm just focused on my calling, I can tell who with me. If I'm drowning by myself, pray the Lord come and get me. I get lost in my own thoughts, but the spirit get busy. Yeah, they call me the businessman, I count Benjamins. Cut the cost and flip the profit, live off all the dividends. That's how money make the money, don't forget the 10%. Don't forget to file your taxes, you can't run from Uncle Sam. Yeah, they know I'm the business businessman, I'm about Benjamins. Hold the cap and cut the check, I'm not for all the sentiments. If it ain't about the moolah, you can cut your sentences. Just because I count the money, that don't make me hypocrite.
All right. I see you getting a little lit, a little turned up on that one. Anything else you want to share about Businessman?
Yeah, and then in the process of when I came up with this song, I was real aggravated too. Like, that's why in one part of it, I was like, I can hear him yapping. I'm still standing on business. I'm just focused on my calling. I can tell who with me. I get lost in my own thoughts, but the spirit get busy. Something like that. Whatever I said. But I always try to let people know, like, I know, but I don't care. Like, facts are facts. I'm gonna continue to speak the truth, no matter what. Whether you like me or not, my truth is not conditional. I'm gonna tell you the truth. And so, I was hoping that the people, they know who I'm talking about. The ones. But that ain't my business. What they say behind my back ain't got nothing to do with me. But just know that I know, and it's really not changing anything. All you're gonna do is become the next topic of discussion in one of my songs. Keep playing with me.
So, even as a Christian, you don't mind like confrontation in music?
No, didn't Jesus flip over the tables in the temple when they was selling?
He did.
Trying to make a profit. Yeah, I'm gonna turn some tables too. Like,
nah, I feel you on that, man. All right, what's up with this next track? I know.
It's similar in terms of the direction. But I see this as a Triumph song, right? The last song I was kind of aggravated, and I gave the haters too much attention, and so on this song, what I try and do is indirectly acknowledge them, but then get straight to the point and just say what really matters. So that's what I'm trying to do with this song. I hear what you're saying, I know, but like this is what I'm talking about right here. So that's what I'm talking about in this song.
All right, well, let's get into this next track. I know.
I know, for real though. And they know, that's what they say. And he knows, it's a fact. What goes up must come down. What goes around comes back around. I know. That's what grandma used to say. Oh. What goes up must come down. What goes around comes back around. I know. I know the sun gon' shine one day. I know the pain don't last always. I know. If you going through a storm, this your theme song. Don't let the hard times break it, get your dream on. Yeah, it's hard right now, but you should keep going. Yeah, it's hard right now, but you should keep going. When you was young, they always told you can be something better. Now you older, they try to doubt you cause they hate how you clever. Now you stronger because you fought back when they said you was reckless. And they hate to see how you thriving, just not what they expected. Resurrected, now they regret it. Swear that they never said it. Made it through every storm, now they can't help but respect it. Wanted to count you out, but them blessings came down from heaven. And every L that you take ain't a loss, it could be a lesson. What goes up must come down. What goes around comes back around. I know the sun gon' shine one day. I know the pain don't last always. I know. Yeah. It could be the one you love the most, that'll cross you like Peter, calling you bro when they around, behind your back being sneaky. Now you the bad guy, but they the ones being greedy. Gave them the shirt right off your back because you love them so deeply. Then when that time come, they be long gone. When you need a favor, it be dial tones. Why when they need a saving, it's you they call on. And when they mad, they be quick to start pointing fingers. Now I'm the one they wanna try to put the blame on, but when we face to face, it's never with the same tone. Always she said that he said that you did this, and it's always the ones that you be with. Yeah, but I know what goes up must come down. What goes around comes back around. I know I know the sun gon' shine one day. I know the pain don't last always. I know.
All right. That was I Know. Anything else you want people to know about that song?
No, I just think that song crazy though.
Yeah.
Like, bar for bar. What they say in boxing, pound for pound. I think that's like a real solid song. What's really interesting is that I wrote that second verse probably about in 2019. Wrote that second verse in 2019. Majority of it, that is. Half of that verse was written in 2019. And it's so true though. It say it could be the ones you love the most that'll cross you like Peter. They call you bro when they around, behind your back being sneaky. Then you the bad guy, but they the ones being greedy. Gave them the shirt right off your back because you love them so deeply. And then when that time come, they be long gone. When you need a favor, it be dial tones. Why when they need a saving, it's you they call on. But when they mad, they be quick to start pointing fingers. Like, it's crazy, man. There's
some real life truth bars right there, man.
Yeah. People don't be trying to hear that though until they get older. Right, you feeling that?
They got to mature.
You about 40, so you feeling
hey,
that.
Man, look, don't be
when
adding
your daughter
years.
grow up, she gonna
don't
feel
be
like
adding
like,
years
man,
to
that's
my age.
crazy.
Man, I'm forever 28. So
She
everybody
gonna-
who watching this, I'm forever 28. I feel 28, so that's what I'm gonna
When
be
your daughter
until I
get
start
older,
feeling
she gonna hear that
older.
and be like, bruh, Twan was talking. I ain't get it when I was like 15, 16, but he talking.
Cause all they want to hear is the turn up.
Yeah.
They just wanna jump around and yell. That's all they want to do. They ain't paying attention to what people said. Is the beat knocking, then that's what they doing. That's all they want to listen to.
That beat crazy too though.
You had that was you who did like the little kid voice. So you do your own sound effects and things like that.
No, my engineer do that.
Okay, how you go about picking your beats?
So when I first started recording music, I was just buying beats off of YouTube. And then I was buying so many beats that the producer started just sending me beats.
You was buying them from this one one producer?
GG, yep.
Okay.
GG. And so he sent me a whole bunch of beats for an unbelievable price. And I just started using them. So I got hundreds of beats that I haven't even used. And I just wait until I get into a mode to where I can really marinate with the beat, and then I use it. But like them beats, them probably like 3 years old. At the time I wasn't really feeling them. Then I went back to them and they was hitting. So I'm like, I bet, let's do it.
Okay. Yeah, sometimes, man, music is it's a feeling, or you going through something in life, and then, man, that resonates with me. It's kind of like, I think about it like how the Bible is. You might read a verse, and then it might not resonate with you in the beginning, but then you read that verse a year later when you're going through something, you like, man, this really spoke to me, and I don't heard this verse a whole bunch of times. So that's pretty dope too, man. You got a home studio, or you only record in the studio?
I only record in the studio. I don't really have. Now, I actually, if I put the effort in, I could record at home, but I don't got that much time. I be doing so much stuff, and as soon as a song idea come, I just start writing and don't stop until I finish. As soon as I finish, I go hit the engineer up and be like, hey, look, got one. Then just go to the studio and record.
Okay. Cool. Man, we're going to dive into this next joint. You want to introduce this next joint, Survive?
So with Survive, like I said, when I started creating music, the whole point was to make it in such a way where it could be appealing to the youth. Right? I didn't want to do too much of preaching in a sense, but I also wanted to be relatable to them. But a lot of times as Christians, we don't understand that, like, most of the time the gospel is the way that you live your life. And they say share the gospel, then use words if necessary. Or sometimes we think the gospel is based on how many times we say God or how many times you say amen. But at the end of the day, like, overcoming something and sharing it with somebody could be the epitome of the gospel, because that's what Christ did. Like, he overcame the circumstances of a sinner, and he still prevailed through it. And because of that, we are blessed with the privilege to be able to live a abundant life freely through him. And so I tried to, with this song, I wanted to relate to a broader audience and do it in such a way that it tugs at your heart. And so that's what I was aiming for with Survive.
All right. Well, let's get into Survive. All your music copyright.
Can't be forever. Won't be forever. Can't be here forever, but we still try. Reminisce about the past, thank God we survived. Shed tears for the day, thank God I survived. Through the good and the bad, lift my head to the sky. Thank God I survived, oh, thank God I survived. Can't be here forever, but we still try. Reminisce about the past, thank God we survived, oh. Late nights on that block, that boy was trying to get it. Mama called his phone, he hit decline, he wasn't trying to hear it. Victim to the system, but to police, he something like a villain. He dropped out of school, picked up a pole, he say it's time to get it. Bounty on his head in the hood, he can't spin a block. They gon' wipe his nose like it's running hollow, see this top. Money is the root of all evil. Ghetto wishes in the trenches, so deceitful. Gang, gang ain't the same, they gon' leave you. Gang, gang ain't the same, they gon' leave you. Make sure that you bout it if you choose to cross that line. Make sure that you bout it if you choose to cross that line. Can't be here forever, but we still try. Reminisce about the past, thank God we survived. Shed tears for the day, thank God I survived. Through the good and the bad, lift my head to the sky. Thank God I survived, oh, thank God I survived. Can't be here forever, but we still try. Reminisce about the past, thank God we survived, oh. They be on that porch every day and night. They say lock it down if they see 12, hit the lights. Shorty only 12, but he really in the field. His mama ain't around, and his daddy got killed. All he know is drill, he been popping pills, said help the pain, but that ain't how you heal, no. You can't have that pain, you gotta face it. It's only temporary, don't let it break you. When you down and out, you gotta fight that depression. Something about that diamond that shine bright from the pressure. Something about that diamond that shine bright from the pressure. Can't be here forever, but we still try. Reminisce about the past, thank God we survived. Shed tears for the days, thank God I survived. Through the good and the bad, lift my head to the sky. Thank God I survived, oh, thank God I survived. Can't be here forever, but we still try. Reminisce about the past, thank God we survived, oh. Thank God I survived. Thank God I survived.
Yo, that was Survive by Antione Brewer. You like AB, Antoine, Twan? What you like to be called?
My mama named me Antione Brewer.
So that's what you like to be called.
All
Alright. We getting into this before we get into this final song, anything you wanna add or talk about with Survive? You had said something earlier but that I wanna touch on, but go ahead.
But no, it was songs for the trenches and the church. Everybody just surviving, man. Best way we know how.
Especially with this inflation, boy. Ain't no
Tell me about
no games out here.
Look, you can't even afford a
Gas.
bottle
I know
of
you
water.
got to get the little joints, man, because the big water bottles, $2. Remember when 2 liters was $1? And now they like $4.
Dang. I don't know where you going, big dog. You need
No,
to stay in the
for like
crib.
name brand pop, bro. You
It
buy
still hit the same.
a Pepsi or something, it's like $3.89.
You about to get
Go
the
to the
Cocoa instead of the Coca-Cola.
It's crazy. I'm just like, I'm done drinking pop. I'm just
Get
drink
the
water.
Coca.
Just drink water, man, because it's crazy out here. But so do you think Christians need to preach sermons and say a whole lot of Jesus bars, slaying devil bars in their music, or do you think as Christians we just need to, rap about life or sing about life as it comes to us?
No, I think we should talk less and do more. And like in simplest terms, like, cause in the Bible, Jesus did less talking and a whole lot of showing, and so you see very little red writing and a whole lot of black writing. It's always he say, she say, Jesus did this, right? And for us as Christians, we most of the time we doing too much. We try to market faith when we don't have the power to do miracles. Like, it's God. Like, when we're delivered from something, it's simply off the strength of us acknowledging that God has the power to deliver us from it. But we be trying to talk people out of their sin. Like, no. Like, all you doing is creating confusion and bitterness between you and the sinner. So I think you don't gotta say Jesus or God in every song or all the time for somebody to know that you're a Christian. Like, just live it. Walk it how you talk it.
Yeah, I think we need new like sub genres, subcategories for CHH, because these younger artists that's coming up, man, they just having a whole lot of fun and they just being authentic, and they ain't preaching sermons in their music. And I think a lot of the old
corny.
school dudes. Caleb Gordon, he nice.
I don't know who that is.
I like Caleb Gordon.
There's a lot of good ones though. Don't get me wrong.
From Florida.
Yeah,
I'm starting to check him out a lot more now. But Caleb Gordon is one of the young dudes that I like. I play him around my kids. He pretty solid, pretty transparent about his life, things that he going through. Talks about Jesus. He's a Christian, but it's not corny. It's not like over the top, like he trying to preach the whole book of Romans at you.
What I don't like is when they when they steal other people's flow, or they steal a beat that somebody already used, and all they doing is just putting different words in there. I don't think that's creative at all, and I think it creates confusion, because if the music that the kids are listening to is bad for them, and what you're doing is trying to use synonyms, but like positive synonyms for it, you creating confusion, because it's not the words that you saying that they prone to feel. It's the feeling that they get when they hear the secular. They listening to you because they feel like it mirrors what they are used to listening to. And like, I feel like if you ain't creative enough to or challenge yourself enough to say, okay, who am I? Who do I want to be known as? Right? Because at the same time, it's people out here who Christians, but they trying to be Drake. They Christians, but they trying to be Polo G. I'm like, I don't ever want to be that person. Like, if you want to hear Polo G, go listen to Polo G. Like, if you want to hear my music, listen to me. Man, I don't want you just listening to me because I sound like somebody else. I feel like that's like the wackest and the most confusion and toxic thing that's going on with Christian hip hop right now. And it's like bad for.
I think that's interesting. You're the first person that I heard articulate that. I've thought that at one point in time with like remember Lil Wayne used to do the dedications, all the mixtapes, but he used to rap on everybody beats, and it kind of became a thing. Like, not necessarily like stealing their flow or stealing their style, but it was like, man, Gucci Mane did a song to this beat, and then Lil Wayne would come on his mixtape and rap over it, and it became like a thing. It was a trend for a long time. Some people call it like jacking beats, and it was freestyle this day, whatever it was. But yeah, I think as Christians, I think it could be confusing.
But I'm not talking about that, because what Lil Wayne did was he made it his own. Like, he would get on it, and it's Lil Wayne. A lot of times nowadays, people are stealing like the creativity of another person and taking credit for it, and then they either call it a cover or a spoof or something like that, right? When only thing you did was change the to the, right? Like, and it could be as that simple. And I'm like, that's not, nah. Like, Sexy Red is not something you want your kids listening to.
Yeah,
so why would you take a sexy red beat and a sexy red flow and put your own words to it? That is confusing. That is confusion. That's the devil.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want my, nah. So, and that's what I'm talking about. That's like the corniest thing that's going on right now with Christian artists. Well, I wouldn't even say Christian artists because you're not an artist if you take somebody else's stuff. But Christian people who are Christians and they doing music, like that's whack.
How you feel about gun bars in Christian rap? With people talking about Jesus spinning the block, or I'm killing the demons, and the devil is my op, and they they refer to the Bible as a blicky or something like that. How you feel about that?
It's a metaphor. Like, you use it as a metaphor. Like, even in some of my music, I say that. Like, in one of my songs, Shake the Room, I talk about sliding through, like different stuff like that. But long as you're not glorifying, talking about you on a block, smoking ops, like, nah. The devil is an op. Like, the Bible is a weapon. You use it for protection. Like, it is what it is. Like, but I'm talking about, like, people literally trying to make it seem like secular stuff is the way to go, and all they doing is saying hallelujah at the end of it, thinking that they making it glorified. Nah, bro.
Yeah. I think Christian artists, especially producers, have come a long way. When I first got introduced to Christian hip hop was in 2011, and them beats was killing me, bro. Like, I felt what they was saying. A lot of dudes had great lyrics, bars, but I couldn't get into them beats, man. I be trying to play it, and the production and just the quality was like really bad. And I was like, why as Christians, why we gotta have the hand me down
all this money
stuff
on Sunday?
Like,
you got the tithes and the offering, but you can't afford no quality engineer.
You got joints on your feet. You could get a studio and actually make a good.
All right, now you finna get canceled next. You better chill, bro.
I ain't say nobody's name, but you know how it was back in 2011. It was great artists, right? I named some of them. We had like Cross Movement was who I was exposed to. 116, Lecrae, them Flame, all them dudes. They had really good songs, can rap, really talented, but the production was bad on a lot of stuff.
I don't know, like
not all of it, but 116, a lot of
they
it.
was coming with it, like Thizzle, Tadashi, all of them. They was coming with it, bro. Like, I didn't listen to that corny like hip hop, like Tadashi, 116, Cannon.
They was
Flame.
Them was the hottest dudes, but I'm talking about
when
you
so
take one of their songs, right, one of their top leading singles, and just the quality of it, the production of it, it wasn't on the same level as a hip hop artist. And I know that they pump like millions of dollars into hip hop artists. Man. That's not what I'm saying, but I'm saying, like, at that time, I was doing music with my family, and we would make music in my cousin's basement, and we would go to Guitar Center and buy mics and speakers, and he had Pro Tools and Fruity Loops and all that stuff, and he would make quality music. You could tell like what was made in somebody's basement or closet compared to something that was made in the studio. And I just felt like in that era, a lot of Christian artists was just not like trying. It was just like, man, we just got to preach the gospel. And it was just like, but do it in excellence though.
Yeah.
Now it's come a long way. And so I say all that to say, like, it's come a long way as far as beats, because we got so many websites and people that make beats and put them out there. Like you said, you was buying them, and then dudes start sending them to you, and now we have, we can go to $1 million studio and pay for it, and not have to pay like thousands of dollars. We pay a couple $100, get you a couple sessions in. But yeah, CHH has come a long way.
Yeah, I can't remember Lecrae them not being quality. Like, you ain't quality when you on 106. You can't not be quality being on 106 in Park and making the top 10, and they playing your video. Like,
but that wasn't in 2011 when
it was before.
Nah, they weren't on 106
before.
Park before.
Look. I was in like in 2000, in the early 2000s. I was in like elementary school, and they was playing Lecrae on 106 in Park.
Now you had to show me that clip.
I'm telling you.
You just I ain't saying.
And I'm glad we got YouTube, because you could Google it.
Yeah, but sometimes they put YouTube videos out years.
No.
later.
I remember sitting at
But,
I'm like, dang, that ain't
We
never.
gotta look into that. I
'Cause you remember,
mean, I hope they was.
It was
I'm
only on
just saying.
CDs. Remember, it wasn't no like
CDs,
YouTube or nothing like
This
it
was
was
MP3
CDs,
players first started
right?
popping off.
And so I'm sitting there and I'm like, dang, I know who that is. Like that's what he looked like.
Yeah,
He was snapping too.
I think that was
Take Me As I Am.
I think that was when he finally started getting on BT. I think that was the I want to say it was Gravity or the album before Gravity that when he started really popping. Like him as a solo artist.
Yeah.
I'm talking about stuff before then. I'm talking about 116 Click. I'll show you. We'll talk about it offline. But anyway, we got to get into this next song. Your stuff is quality, and so that's what matters now. Lecrae is he's like the biggest thing in CHH right now. So and they just signed Jackie Hill Perry.
She be snapping.
Bruh.
She be talking that talk.
Bro, I can listen to Jackie Hill Perry rap or do poetry all day. And she can write great books. So shout outs to her. But we're going to get into this next song. This is the last song that we're going to get into, and it's called At the Altar.
Yeah.
Tell me about At the Altar.
So At the Altar is basically an altar call. Like, so the whole entire album, it was me doing a whole lot of reflection, a whole lot of chastising, a whole lot of I tried to balance this project with a bunch of my intentions was to have some upbeat music and also some music to where like when you listening to it you can feel it. And so At the Altar is basically like me boasting about how good God is and how me and when anybody else is ready, like you're like, come on, check it out, I got something good for you. So At the Altar is basically me talking about what it was like when I dedicated my life to Christ. So
all right, looking forward to hearing this, y'all. Let's get into At the Altar.
Told me meet him at the altar, so I met him at the altar. You can leave it at the altar, so I left it at the altar. Told me leave it at the altar. Told me leave it at the altar, so you know I'm about to praise him. I was on my own, he came and saved me. Had no one to call on, bowed my head and started praying. Jesus set me free, traded places. It was at the altar where the shame started fading. Jesus gave his life and 3 he raised it. Opened up my heart and he changed it. Came into my life and then he saved it. Told me meet him at the altar with it. Man, I was so ashamed, thought I burned some bridges. He told me I was forgiven. Follow me down to your flesh, you could really be living. I'm not alone now, even though I'm grown now. You can see I've grown how, feel it in the song how I get on the mic and lift him up, look I'm strong now. No, I'm not ashamed to praise his name, no, wrong child. You wouldn't believe what I seen. I was in the trenches trying to eat. The faith I have started as a teen. I was just a youngin' with a dream. Now I'm all married with a ring. Told me leave it at the altar, so you know I'm about to praise him. I was on my own, he came and saved me. Had no one to call on, bowed my head and started praying. Jesus set me free, traded places. It was at the altar where the shame started fading. Jesus gave his life and 3 he raised it. Opened up my heart and he changed it. Came into my life and then you can leave it at the altar if you wanna boss up. Yeah, it's gon' cost you. Every step you take is a chance you might fall, but just to level up, you gotta crawl before you walk. Michael Mary jeans, VVS in your diamonds. I don't have either, but I'm still shining. Yes, I'm still grinding, patient with my timing. Greatness takes time. I can see the silver lining. Yeah, I can see the silver lining. Started from the bottom with some people that's behind me. Yeah. Couldn't bring them with me, they was moving real slimy. Now I'm Christ right beside me. Told me leave it at the altar, so you know I'm about to praise him. I was on my own, he came and saved me. Had no one to call on, bowed my head and started praying. Jesus set me free, traded places. It was at the altar where the shame started fading. Jesus gave his life and 3 he raised it. Opened up my heart and he changed it. Came into my life and then he saved it.
All right, that was At the Altar off of Antoine Brewer's new album, Letter to the Saints. This was fun, man.
Yeah.
Anything you want to add to at the altar?
Yeah, speaking of spinning the block, make sure y'all spin the block again and go and listen to that whole entire project.
Yeah, that was only 5 songs. That was just a quick little preview. I wouldn't say quick, but it was just a preview. How many tracks on the album?
10.
10. So that was half of it. Yeah, go check it out. Stream. Where is it? Where can people stream?
Everywhere,
the album?
man. Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon, Pandora, YouTube.
YouTube Music.
Wherever you listen to music at, you can find it.
Okay. All right, man. Before I let you get on out of here, man, I got a couple quick questions, man. If you could do 3 songs with 3 different artists, who would they be and why?
Oh, this is a piece of cake. R. Kelly, Puff Daddy. I'm just nah.
Video over. We officially canceled.
Nah. I'd probably Chance the Rapper for sure. Lecrae.
I was gonna say why Chance the Rapper.
Chance the Rapper mainly because from watching him, it inspired me to really do music. Because he did music in such a way that it was so authentic. And he got people to embrace who he was. And he was just super talented at what he did. And I just like the way he make music. So I think he one of the coldest to ever do it. I ain't saying he's the best to ever do it. I mean, like, he's great at what he do. So, yeah. Lecrae, of course, because listening to his music changed my life. And I've been listening to it probably since I was about 8 years old, listening to Lecrae. And it was songs that I learned word for word. And by the time I got older, I'm saying those words, and now it's starting to make sense to me. And it impacted my life in such a way. It's crazy. And I actually know his one of his mentors, like one of his like close mentors.
No.
So hopefully
maybe that'll happen.
Who knows, man? And NF. I ran into NF music in college when I was at the gym. I was using SoundCloud. You know, when you're in college and you broke, you use SoundCloud for music. So I was listening to music on SoundCloud, and after my playlist was over, they keep playing music, and NF was one of them. And when I tell you, man, when it came on, it was smacking. I'm like, boy, this sound like Eminem. But it was so crazy. I played it over and over and over and over and over. It was called Therapy Session.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
that album.
And so if you listen to my music, you understand why I picked those 3 artists. Like, my music, in terms of like the direction that I go and how I craft my songs together, you can hear a little bit of all of them in terms of like the my storytelling, the way that I use vocals, the way that I talk about my upbringing without like really glorifying it, and sharing my faith through my music. It's a collective of all of them. So
I got 2 questions. I said one more, but I got 2. Favorite album of all times. It could be Christian or secular.
I ain't gonna lie to you. My favorite album of all time probably will be Under Pressure. Me and my little brother made an album called Under Pressure, and it's
The Brother be slapping. It's one of my favorite songs.
Like, I think like that was one of the albums that like is literally like every song on there, like God did it. Like, I can't even explain to you how the songs was made. Like, I'm just sitting there, one moment we talking, next minute I'm just yapping, and we come up with a hook, and we just go and start writing and can't stop writing. Before you know it, we had an album. It's crazy. All of the songs is.
So that's your favorite album personally. What's your favorite outside of yourself? Favorite?
I like Jonathan McReynolds.
Oh, he's the gospel artist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jonathan McReynolds, cold. Him.
He made that I Will Wait For You, right?
Don't give me the line. I don't know. But I know Jonathan McReynolds. I ain't
gonna sing it because I'm gonna do a terrible job at it.
I like Jonathan McReynolds. I don't know specifically what the album was called, but I know the song. Some of the songs on there is called People and Make Room. Man, he snap, bro.
Yeah.
I think actually people in Make Room probably on 2 different albums. Either way it go, both of them albums.
I know Make
smacking.
Room. I know
Both
Make
of them smacking like crazy.
Room. Okay. All right. And then I was gonna ask you something else, and I just forgot because I didn't.
Told you. Golden old boy.
But man, this was fun, bro. I appreciate you coming in. Oh, well, when are you performing next and where?
I'll be performing August 3rd at the House Church.
That's what it's called, the House Church.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's in Lawndale.
Okay.
It's connected to the Firehouse Community Arts Center ministry, and so they brought back a ministry that impacted my life huge. It used to be called the House of Hip Hop, and they would have hip hop Christian artists come. Lecrae was one of the first artists to perform at the House of Hip Hop. Now they just call it the House, and I'm gonna be performing there August 3rd.
Okay. What time?
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. All right. Go check him out live at the House August 3rd at 6 o'clock. Oh, I remember now. My question was favorite, or who do you think is the greatest artist from Chicago outside of Chance the Rapper?
R. Kelly.
Like, seriously?
Yeah.
R. Kelly did write a lot of hits, unfortunately.
We ain't gotta come on, bro. Chill out.
Nah, R. Kelly was dope artist. No matter what he did, or no matter.
It goes R. Kelly, Kanye, and you gotta say Lil Durk or Chief Keef. You got to, and I put Chief Keef at the bottom before Lil Durk because Chief Keef, honestly, buddy, is garbage. But you can't deny how he had a global impact.
Nah, man, he started a whole genre of music, bro.
Yep.
Drill music started from him.
Nah, you can't say that because T.I. and them.
But that's trap music.
Man, drill, trap, all the same thing.
You think so?
Yep.
But they sound different though. Like the way that
that's
right.
Right.
The cadence and how they rap is all different. Beats is, trappy sound, but that drill music, dudes was out here really talking about murking people for real. And this dude did it in his grandma's basement. Shout outs to him. Now he rich. Anyway,
rich.
We got to get up out of here, man. AB, thank you for your time. Appreciate you coming through. Blessing the channel once again with your presence. This was fun. We got to listen to some joints. God has a plan for me. Businessman. I know. Survive. And At the Altar. Check the album out. Letter to the Saints. You can stream it and find it everywhere where music is. My name is Derry. It's the Weird Perspective off-season series. And we out of here. Peace.